Hey folks, I'm Papa Boris, and in this video, I'm going to explain how I think you should spend your early game Titan Blood, which will also entail explaining how to unlock the hidden aspect of each of the weapons. So, let's have a quick chat. Basically, after you unlock your 6th weapon, the following run, Skelly tells you that something's up with your weapons, and at that point, what you can do when you go up to a weapon that you've already have equipped is you press the interact button, and you see this menu. So what this is every weapon has 4 different aspects. The top aspect is always the aspect of Zagreus, and you can level it up 5 times for a total of 5 Titan Blood to, make some minor thing better. In the case of the sword, it's extra attack and move speed. It's a little bit different for each weapon. Every weapon also has an aspect in the second row that costs 1 Titan Blood to unlock, and in the third row, an aspect that costs 2 Titan Blood to unlock. They end up being pretty similar. According to the wiki, it's 15 Titan Blood to fully max out the second row and 16 to fully max out the third row. These tend to affect something about how the weapon functions, usually involving the special. And then there is a 4th aspect. The 4th aspect to unlock requires a whole long, laborious process that you can play the game for 100 hours and never see. Or if you know exactly what you're doing, you can actually unlock it relatively quickly. And that's what I suggest doing, because what happened to me in my playthrough is that I was long past the point of wanting these weapons before they finally unlocked, and I wish that I had begun the process sooner. Now, if all you care about is just knowing what the rules are for unlocking them, click the link in my description. I have posted there a link to some random person on Reddit who did the best job out of anybody on the entire internet explaining how to unlock these aspects. If you search for it on Google, you'll find a lot of pages that have wrong information, vague information, clickbaity titles, and just general bullshit. So I've spared you the trouble. I've posted the link to what I think is the best explanation I've ever seen for how to get these unlocked. So if all you want that is just click the description, and you don't need to watch the rest of this video. But what I'm going to do here is give strategic advice on spending your early Titan Blood. So the requirements for getting these hidden aspects are 3. 1 is you need to have the Fated List of Minor Prophecies. That's this thing back here that lets you get achievements. If you don't have that, you're a psycho. I mean, everyone's going to have that. You also need to have reached Hades, which may or may not be the case depending on your affinity for such games and, your luck. So you do need to reach Hades. Don't need to beat him. You just have to reach him. And in addition to that, you also need to unlock 5 non-Zagreus aspects. So in your early game, you might not have 28 Titan Blood the way that I do now. If you're not beating Hades regularly, you'll have 6 or some very small number. So it might not be intuitive for most people to unlock 5 different non-Zagreus aspects. Because remember, you can also level them up. So you might think, oh, well, I should save my Titan Blood before I can level this up and actually use it fully leveled. Maybe for my early Titan Blood, I don't know, let's just fully level up one of the basic ones to make it a little bit better. Maybe with your weakest weapon or with the one that you think makes the biggest difference. And then you never actually end up unlocking 5 of these non-Zagreus aspects across your weapons. For me, I read the descriptions. Most of them didn't interest me. There weren't 5 that I thought I wanted to play with. I preferred the basic ones, and so I just never did it, and that meant that I was never ever going to unlock these hidden ones. So what I'm going to do here is just unlock 5 that I'm interested in playing with. I am interested in playing with this one, so even though it's more expensive, I'm going to get it. If you're looking to spend the least amount of Titan Blood, just pick 5 random ones from the second row. So we'll get that one. I also plan to play with this one, and then we'll just get 2 other ones from the second row. I'm not really interested in any of those, so we'll just get that one. That's 3. This one is 4, and then over here we have 5. Okay, so at this point we have 5 non-Zagreus aspects unlocked, which means that we're ready to unlock the hidden aspect of the spear. The way it works is that you have to get the spear first before you get any of the other ones. And the way that you get the spear after getting 5 non-Zagreus aspects unlocked is you have to talk to Achilles. The issue is that Achilles isn't guaranteed to give you that dialogue. It's put into his conversation pool, but it's not prioritized. So as you play more and more runs, you know, maybe you beat Hades and then he gets narrative related to that, or maybe you talk to Patroclus, his lover, in Elysium, and you get narrative related to that. And those things, because they're narrative things, do get promoted to the top of the conversation pool. So it's like a whole run goes by and he tells you some random junk, and then he's still not giving you the dang code phrase to reveal the spear. So what I suggest doing is grinding, and I suggest doing it as soon as you can, because your future you is going to be happy that you did it. It just takes so long to go through the process of unlocking all the weapons. The sooner you start it, the happier you'll be. A lot of the process is outside of your control. So when grinding, first what you want to do is turn off your Death Defiance by switching to the other mirror talent. If you have invested in both of them for some reason, then as long as you have unlocked both sides of the mirror, you get this option to pay a key to reset all your darkness. So you can just do this to turn all your talents off, basically. I'm not going to do that because in my playthrough, I'm still saving keys. So I don't want to spend a key, but it's worth noting that a key is just 50 gems. Or sorry, not 50, 10 gems. So it's like 10 gems or a key, because you can turn 10 gems into a key at the resource merchant. So it's actually not like a huge deal. In fact, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to do that. If you don't, actually no, I won't do it, but I will tell you, like, that's the most convenient way to do it. If you want to save your key, all you really have to change here is turn off your Death Defiance and then also turn off your bonus health. So with that, you're back to 50 health and no Death Defiance. And then as far as trinkets go, make sure that you don't equip a trinket that helps your survivability. But in addition to that, take a trinket you've never used before, because even if you don't have that achievement unlocked yet, there is an achievement for using all the trinkets, like equipping each of them at least once. So you can just go ahead and equip one that you've never equipped before. You can tell very easily by looking at the trinket. If it says that it's rank 1 and you need 25 encounters with it to rank it up, that means you have never equipped it before. In this playthrough, I still haven't gotten Artemis's trinket, and I cannot, for the life of me, find Sisyphus to get his trinket. So there's a couple I haven't unlocked, but I will, equip one each time that I have not equipped before. Here, I'm going to reset this. If you have beaten Hades, you can turn on pacts to make the enemies move faster, hit harder, etc. What I have found, though, is that the only one that really matters is this one, Heightened Security. This quintuples how much damage traps do. So the spike traps that do 5 damage instead do 25, and you just die when you hit 2 of them. You can, of course, turn on all the other stuff to make the enemies hit harder as well, but I find it's not even necessary. The traps doing 25 damage is enough.
Exactly is it, boy, that makes you feel entitled to
So you go into Tartarus.
Dare not say such things to Nyx.
Yes, I'm glad that happened while I was making this video. You go into Tartarus, and usually I find it convenient to actually beat the first room. The reason for that is there, I don't believe, are ever any traps in the first room. So if you wait for the enemies to kill you, it just takes a very long time. I like to go to the second room. And, you can also clear the second room, too, if you want. Like, I might have cleared this for the key if I were so inclined, playing privately. But as it is, I'll just, for quickness sake, die. Notice it just took 2 of those spike traps to kill me, so it's really, really fast. And then you respawn back in Hades. And so now we're going to run over to Achilles. I mean, you might as well get any exclamation mark to get through the dialogue. We're going to go to Achilles.
Over here, as you may know, lad, I have a connection.
And of course, the first time I do it, he gives me the key phrase for the spear. So I promise, according to the internet and in my anecdotal experience, it's not right away that he gives you that line. But it just so happened that in this particular case, he gave me the dialogue right away. So once that happens, you go back over to your weapons. Any new dialogue here? You go back over to your weapons, and you talk to the spear. Or not, you don't talk to it. You, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Thanks, Skelly. You go up to the spear, you reveal it.
I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix.
You get the code phrase, and then you unlock, or you gain the opportunity to unlock the spear. The thing is that in the early game, you're not likely to really use this. Not only is this one actually just terrible, it's famously considered just a horrible, horrible aspect, but they all cost 3 Titan Blood to unlock, and then another, I forget exactly what the amounts are, but they cost more than to level up as well. So because of that, you're just not going to have that Titan Blood for a long time to fully level one of these up and use it. But again, it's one of those things where I recommend doing it anyway to unlock it so it's there, because by the time that you have the Titan Blood to actually use them, if you weren't going out of your way to get them, you wouldn't have them unlocked yet. So it's good just to have them there and ready for you. Now, to unlock the other ones, you need to invest 5 Titan Blood into them. It doesn't matter where it goes. Like, the one that I spent to unlock this aspect, that counts. So then if I, level this up 4 times, that would be a total of 5. So if you ever see that phrase on the internet, invest 5 Titan Blood into a weapon, that just means that you have spent 5 Titan Blood or more unlocking that weapon's aspects and or leveling up those aspects. So I'm going to want this eventually anyway, so I'm going to just upgrade this to max. You didn't have to do that, just 4 times would have been enough since I already spent 2 Titan Blood unlocking this aspect. In the case of the shield, for example, I chose to unlock an aspect that costs 2 Titan Blood to unlock, so just 3 more here would be enough to meet the conditions. So once you have invested 5 Titan Blood into that weapon and or its aspects, you then need to talk to somebody. And who you talk to is different depending on which weapon it is. The easiest is the sword. The person that you have to talk to for the sword is Nyx, who is usually in the House of Hades. Next easiest are the bow and the rail. The people you talk to for those are Artemis for the bow and Zeus for the rail, so you just encounter them during your run. It's not guaranteed, but hopefully soon they will give you the code phrase for the weapons. Next hardest is the shield. The person to talk to for the shield is Chaos, so you do have to go into a Chaos room, and you don't always get those in a run. With Artemis and Zeus, if you want, you can just equip their trinket and force a meeting with them, at least once in the run. The hardest by far are the fists. So with the fists, you have to have the fists equipped and find the bull in Act 3, where he's the mini-boss by himself. This is not guaranteed because you might get the butterfly ball instead. And even after that happens, you don't actually unlock the thing. You have to then meet the bull a second time, and then he gives you the code phrase. The second time you meet the bull, you do not have to have the fists equipped. According to the internet, you just have to have the fists equipped the first time that you meet him, although I found posts on Reddit where people share experiences and it seems like it's a messy process. The fists are definitely the hardest because you have to meet the bull twice, and according to the internet, you have to have the fists equipped the first time that you meet him. So what I'm actually going to do is see if I can unlock the aspect of Excalibur for the sword. We'll equip that trinket. And actually what I'm going to do, hold on, might as well put some more Titan Blood since I have it into this bow aspect that I plan on using. And let's see if we can also unlock... Oh, right, I don't have the Artemis trinket. That was very silly. I now don't have enough Titan Blood to put a total of 5 into this. I was going to say I would get the trinket for Artemis and then make her give me the bow. I would do that for Zeus, except I'm actually 1 Titan Blood short. I paid 1 here and plus 3. That's a total of 4. So that was hilarious. Anyway, we'll see if we can get the one for the sword. So we go in here. Clear the first room. Note, I don't actually have to have the sword equipped to be doing this. I just happen to have the sword equipped, but you don't have to have the weapon equipped that you're trying to unlock. You just need to... Oh, there are traps here. What am I doing? There's a whole wall of traps. This is actually the best one. That's the dream room if you're trying to die. Okay, so we come back in the house.
To stop walking on spikes like that. Achilles.
Always get the dialogue.
Disgraceful.
Now, is Nyx gonna give me the key phrase?
You appear to have grown.
See, she doesn't. So the fact that I've invested 5 Titan Blood into the sword means that I can get the sword unlocked from Nyx. It's in her conversation pool, but notice I talked to her that time and she didn't give it to me. So that's the same way it is with Achilles and the spear, notwithstanding the fact that when I did it, he gave it to me on the first try. You know what I could do? I could actually convert an ambrosia into a Titan blood. That would give me my 5th Titan blood for the rail, which would then... oops, I forgot to change my trinket. Oh, no. I missed an opportunity for grinding. I forgot to change away my trinket, so I'm using deuces again. But yeah, so I could have done that, and then I could meet Zeus and try to get that weapon unlocked in this video, too. I am not concerned about it because I don't have any Titan blood to reveal those or to unlock those aspects at this point. So, Nyx, you're going to tell me... Oh, Nyx is not here. Okay, well, we'll do it.
Not in stock.
Let's get a Titan blood. I don't recommend doing that too much, by the way, because you are going to want... Oh, Nyx is talking to Hades. That's why I can't talk to her. You are going to want that ambrosia for progressing the story and building relationships. So even though ambrosia is completely useless when you first start getting it, you think, oh, man, I really wish I had more Titan blood to unlock these weapon aspects and level them up. And I'm not using this ambrosia for anything. I again, don't recommend doing it. Because you are going to want it. Okay, no, hang on. So what I need to do is I need to do this. So now I've spent 5 Titan blood in the rail. Let's put on Zeus's trinket. So I'm not grinding away at having each of my trinkets equipped once, but that's fine. We'll see if we can get the key phrase for the rail. Wait, what? Did I put on the wrong trinket? Did I back out instead of actually equipping the trinket? Oh my lord.
What is this?
Okay. Okay, it's a bit of a shame that I actually am wasting that legendary boon that he just gave me. It just so happens in my playthrough that's the time that he comes to you to tell you about fishing. Oh god, I'm trying to get hit. There we go. All right, there it is. Okay, I think she's gonna do it. Yes, there it is. There it is. So she has given me the thing to unlock the sword. And now we go here, walk up to the sword, and reveal. Blammo. Aspect of Arthur. Alright, everybody, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.